A shock poll shows that Biden cannot dismiss primary challenge from Robert Kennedy Jr., and this is by Dr. Derek Ellerman. Don't look over your shoulder now, Joe. That sound you hear is the rumbling of voters running away from you as fast as they can go, he says. In the direction of Bobby Kennedy and Marianne Williamson, ? The latest Fox News survey for the 2024 presidential election is bound to have Biden scrambling for a new and shiny handout to keep Democrat voters online. The poll shows Biden would pull just 62% of votes among Democrats, and it shows a Kennedy fast approaching Biden's heels. At first glance, you may dismiss RFK Jr.'s 19%, which would make it just as easy to dismiss Marianne Williamson's 9%, but you shouldn't. 9% is a huge chunk for a gadfly like Williamson, who seemed to make clear during the 2020 Democrat primaries that she did not know anything about anything. Support, this is the 19% RFK that Bobby Kennedy Jr. is pulling earlier this week, and it was only 14%, and that combined 28% between Williamson and Bobby Jr. That most certainly should not be easily dismissed. After all, Biden is a man who, so the story goes, got the most votes in history and had a totally compliant Congress his first 2 years. He has the entirety of the mainstream media at his back, along with what I imagine is at a bare minimum 93 to 94% of the federal bureaucracy. Where these numbers go from here is anyone's guess, and as per usual, I leave my disclaimer that it's way too early for pronouncements. But this right here is where momentum could be permanently won or lost. In his speech yesterday, Robert Kennedy Jr. also had harsh words for the pandemic lockdown policies, which he said were a war on American children, citing a Brown University study that found toddlers lost 22 IQ points, according to the Defender. And R.F. Kennedy Jr. launches presidential campaign. He vows to reduce chronic disease in children. Robert F. Kennedy on Wednesday officially launches campaign for the Democratic nomination for president, telling an overflow crowd in Boston that if he has not significantly dropped. Now going back to this, the son of the late president that wasn't R.F. Kennedy Jr., the nephew of John Kennedy, has made no bones about his feelings towards the Democratic Party and how to run it. He took them to task for trying to change the order of the first primary state, saying, "There's too many Americans who already think that the whole system is rigged against them, and this is confirmation of that, and I think that's troubling." He was joined by former Democrat Tulsi Gabbard in hosing down the party for refusing to hold debates. The party doesn't want to hold debates. Can you imagine? Unlike the rest of his party, which at some point in 2015 turned into 2002 era war on terror Republicans who have never met a country they don't want to bomb, R.F. Kennedy Jr. is not having any of it. And you can continue reading the article here in the Political Insider. This is from the Political Insider by Dr. Derek Ellerman, and it's on Out of Mind too. What do you think? Should the Democratic Party hold debates or should they not hold debates? Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.